Truth is, I'm scared cause when I see you coming, all I wanna do is tell you that I love you. I know.
All right, so hey you guys, I want to kind of tap into like the energy right now and discuss what's happening and what lessons are trying to be taught at this moment. Right now, the masculine, divine masculine, we'll say it like that, the ones that are actually doing shadow work, that are trying to heal themselves, the ones that are stepping away from social media, the ones that are finding themselves trying to make things right with people that they feel like they have wronged. You're coming into a space where you are realizing that you may have made things right with someone, but you may have found yourself in a commitment that you thought you wanted, but realized that you have outgrown. Yeah. So, right now, what's happening is you may have just had your first little spark of, I don't think this is going to work. And it's going to get progressively worse. And, the one thing that I need to talk about the most is not making a permanent, and marriage isn't necessarily a permanent decision, but marriage can be a messy thing to get out of, right? And even if you are dealing with a long-term relationship, it's still really hard to get out of the energy of a person that you have been in a long-term relationship with. You're spending years with somebody, that being the only person you really know. Most people tend to go back to those things because a lot of people don't want to do more investing in other people and then find out that they're not who they think that they are. And so what I feel is happening with this masculine that is finding out that he made a mistake by allowing himself to be in this relationship, and because what it feels like is that this relationship progressed at a pace that he didn't want it to progress. Like, he may have felt like, it's hard trying to explain this man's energy. I heard earlier that this person knows that he's a head case. He knows that he's difficult to deal with. He knows that he overthinks. He knows that he has, he thinks that he's hard to deal with. Anyway, because people are making it seem like he's hard to deal with, and he's not. Okay, I have to really let you know that you're not. Okay, but with all that being said, divine masculine, you're about to go through a tower moment, and because you're being faced with making a commitment to someone that you feel has been showing you a bunch of red flags, and you are trying to do what's right because you may have a family with this person, you may have allowed yourself to move into a commitment with this person, and because of the fact that you've done that, things have progressed in a way that you didn't necessarily think you were ready for. So this person could have convinced you to propose to them, or they could be telling people that you guys are getting married. They could be talking a lot about marriage, and yeah. That's about to be a thing. But you don't want it. You are here because you have, how do I say this? You don't want to lose out on your family, and not the person that wants this commitment, but you don't want to lose out on your child. You don't want to lose access to your child or your family due to the fact that there is someone that you know is going to be toxic, that's going to be messy, that's going to make it impossible for you to move on. You may have already tried to move on, and this person came in and meddled. This person came in and was really manipulative with things. This person may have stalked the last person that you were interested in and found, and either dug really deep into their social media accounts or created this sort of idea to feed you about this person, to kind of, this person, she wants to win at all costs, and she's a very selfish person, and she's used to getting things her way. And one thing that I heard is that her and her mother don't have a good relationship. Okay. And that's a big red flag, especially if you care about your mother and you plan on taking care of her. Okay. I've seen this play out. She may make your life look beautiful. All your brothers and your cousins and your uncles and your daddy, all them people could really think that you hit the jackpot, right? But jackpot is a monetary thing, not as far as finding your soulmate, finding someone that really fits you. Could be good for your age now because, you know, we're all living to live, right? We're all living to have fun. We're all living to enjoy life. But when you sit back and you look at the little things that are important to you, like knowing that your mama don't like her, or knowing that, and not because of something that you may have went back and told her, not because of the mess that may have came back to your mama, but because your mama sees through her bullshit. When you choose a spouse, you got to think about those things. She may have treated her dad good, but how's she treating her mama? Anyway, you are being asked to pay close attention to what it is that you're choosing to do with your life right now, because it could make or break you, not just your life. And you could be afraid of losing everything that you worked hard for, or losing what it is that this woman, your sugar mama, could have provided for you. But you're also capable of standing on your own 2 feet and taking care of yourself and doing everything without her. She is just someone that is willing to pay for everything as long as you dig her down right? She is just someone that makes it so that you don't have to worry about the things that you were worried about when you were struggling. You could be someone that may have went to jail for robbery. You may have gotten to a place in your life where you were struggling really bad and you don't ever want to get back to that place anymore. You could be someone that came from humble beginnings. Like your mom was, well, your life wasn't, a lot of us colored people come from a place where our lives are not, we don't get that good head start like most people do, right? Like our families don't have the opportunities that they didn't have the opportunities that would have set us up right? And you may feel as if right now you've been in a situation in your life where you don't want to go back to feeling poor or living in poverty or feeling like you are living below what you are worth. And Spirit didn't bring you this far to take you away from none of it. There's somebody in your energy that is in alignment with you, Divine Masculine, that is not this woman that you are trying to hold on to, that you know is not a good fit for you. That this woman that you went back to try to right or wrong. There are things about her that don't sit right with you, and you know it, and you can't ignore it, right? Like, there are dark things that come up that you see, and you may, what I'm picking up is that this person, she's toxic. Like, she has a personality where she's I kind of want to say always angry, or there's always some sort of spiciness attached to her attitude or whatever. Like, you know how to deal with her energy. That's why you went back to her, and that's why you feel like you're okay, because you know how you don't have to do so much. You don't have to figure out how to tiptoe around another woman, because you know how to tiptoe around this one. But what if I tell you that you don't have to tiptoe around nobody? 11:14. Tower moments for your stability. What if I tell you that after realizing your own self-worth, after doing something that is considered self-love and self-care, after choosing to walk away from this situation because your soul has been telling you to leave, what if I tell you that you will open a door, not just a window, but you open a door once you close this one, to a life where you get to experience an upgrade in your physical life with a woman or a person that you want to be with, that gives you the energetic alignment that you want, the way that you want to feel every morning, and it's long lasting and it's not just short lived. A lot of people think that because their last relationship didn't work out, or the good parts was always short-lived, they would act right for a little while and then go back to being who they were. That's that person. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's like that. And you can't categorize people by their color. You can't categorize people by their gender. You can't categorize people by their old lives, their past. You need to allow yourself to view people for who they are in the moment, and take them for who they are today, not for who they were in their past, or not for who society tells you people like them are like. You could be someone that is a part of right now a biracial relationship and feel as if you don't want to deal with women of your race because society looks down on them. And that has caused you also to look down on them. And you may have experienced coming into contact with aligning with the women or the type of people that you think that they are, because you don't believe that better exists. You don't believe that what do you think of your mother? Do you think your mother is like those women that you look down on? That you know? I'm just asking a question, because I'd be so curious. I'd be so curious about this type of energy. Like, y'all really be dog walking black women like we're all trash or something, and reality is you dealing with trash either way. You're dealing with trash because you had trash mentality. But that ain't my business. I'm just here to deliver the message. You deal with trash when you deal with all women, not just black ones, my nigga. Because there's a part of you that believes you could have a mother wound too. But there's a part of you that believes a certain thing about people because of your one experience with them. Or you may have found yourself around people that are just low vibrational and toxic and think so poorly about people in general, not just women that are of your race or of your culture, but that think poorly of people, period. You need to learn how to evaluate your friend circle, evaluate the people that you're having conversations with. Cause somebody's really, you're absorbing some fucked up shit. And you're dealing with some really fucked up shit too. And that has to suck. Like, it has to suck to think that the best in life that you can get is a woman that pays you to fuck her and pays you to be in her life. Or treats you like a possession, or tries to control the way that you feel, tries to control the way that you do things in your life, tries to control everything that you choose. That doesn't give you any real freedom. You think that you're living your best life because you're able to go and do certain things and go home and you still feel alone. You lay next to her and you don't feel anything. You feel comfort because you know that you don't have to worry about whether or not the bill's going to be paid. You feel safety because you know that because she is going to take care of her home and you're living with her, ain't shit about to go wrong. But you know that when you're out on your own, you have to take care of responsibilities all by yourself. And it's easier to be with somebody that's gonna take care of herself and hers, no matter at what cost. But to each their own. If that's what you want. If you like it, I love it, right? But you're walking into a demon's den, and you will walk into something that you will regret for the rest of your life. And if you do this and you can't find a way out, I am sorry that I didn't reach you in enough time. I am sorry that you made this decision and you're not happy. You know, I hope that you can be. I hope that you are. And I hope that you see the truth before you make a permanent decision. And if you do choose to step away or pull back, I hope that I know that everything is gonna go in a way better direction for you if you were to let go of this, because you weren't supposed to go back to this. You weren't supposed to go back to this energy. This energy is a cycle that you have outgrown, and you are allowing yourself to recycle the energy, and you keep trying to make something new of it, and it's not meant to be made new. It's meant to be discarded. When we recycle, when we throw out the trash, we don't go back and try to turn it into something ourselves. We let other people that are hired to do those type of things recycle those things and renew them and turn them into something new, right? We don't try to do it ourselves. We just put it in the blue box and leave and go about our business. That's something that you need to learn how to do. There are people that God placed in your life to give you the love that you wanted, but you weren't patient enough. You weren't open enough. You weren't allowing yourself to see anything other than the mistake that you made with the last person. And you overthought yourself into a frenzy of thinking that you needed to make things right with this person, and you weren't supposed to. I've done this time and time again. And every time that I tried to make things right with the individual that I was with, doing this with, and it was only good for a little while. Then I remembered why I left it. And it's because I was still alone. Our relationship had reached the expiration date. And no matter what we did, I was still alone and doing everything. I still felt alone, even with him laying next to me every night. I still felt like I was doing everything by myself. Even though he was paying the bills, I didn't have a connection with him anymore. We couldn't talk anymore. We weren't lovers anymore. You know, like, there was so much that was important to me when we started that was important for me to keep up, that he didn't want to participate in, or that he thought he shouldn't have to participate in because he's doing certain things already for me. He didn't have to try to keep me because he was paying for me to be where I was. To be a kept person is difficult. God wants to give you a partner that loves you, that wants to be your lover, that wants to be someone that you trust, that wants to be someone that your family loves, that loves your family. They want to be someone that tries to be good to you on purpose, that pays attention to you. This person is coming into your life, Divine Masculine, is someone they're going to know your favorite breakfast food, the flavor. They're going to recognize that you guys have a special synergy together. They are going to have a calming effect over your energy, over your life. You could be a very tense or nervous kind of guy, and this person will see that, and they will be okay with that. You could have a stutter, you could have a tremor, you could be a bit of a shake, as someone that has like a shake, like I said, a nervous type of energy. And you could have ADHD, or you could have anxiety. Either way it goes. This person is going to be someone that doesn't give a shit about none of that. They see you in your soul. They see your spirit. They see the things that you want in life. They see your motivation. They see your determination. They see the type of man that you are, the type of man that you want to be. And they want to be the person that helps you to become that person, that motivates you and helps you build with you and not tell you what to do with your life. And I'm not saying that this person isn't going to have like certain things that they want or be a certain type of way, but why be in a relationship if you can't feel free? Just because you're married doesn't mean that you need to feel controlled by anybody. This is a new world energy. It's new world energy. And if you allow yourself to go with the flow of your heart, go with the flow of your soul, stay open to love, and don't get mad about what's happening with you and that person, because it's meant to happen that way. It was meant to happen that way. your soulmate, your divine counterpart, your God-send life partner is coming to you. And they have called for you, and they have set in motion that they are ready for you. And you could be feeling the same way. You could be feeling ready to settle down, but realize that you're in the position with the person that you don't really want to settle down with, because you're like, I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I can survive like this. I'm not sure if I can deal with this. Like, this is how she's going to be for the rest of our lives. I won't be happy. I feel you. And I feel so bad for you. And I really hope that you find that peace. I hope that you find peace in your heart to walk away from the situation and know that God has you. Because that's the biggest thing. You don't believe that you're safe to go and move on. You don't believe that you should be walking away from this because you could have a connection with this person. You don't have a good understanding of how God talks to you yet. But your new person, the one that's waiting for you, is going to show you. God is going to put a nail in that cycle, and you're not going to want to go back to it. You're going to be disgusted by it. You're going to be pissed off by it. You're going to be done with it. But you're going to be a better person for it, especially for this new person that's coming into your life. It's getting dark, and I need to do my hair, so I will talk to you guys later. I hope this helps. Love you.